Is everybody here, by the way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. You ready? Okay. All right, ladies, when you're ready.
Hi, I'm Meg Theodora.
And I'm Anna Clarkson. We're here to talk to y'all today about our idea to have an all-school coin drive. How many people in this room, raise your hand if you see coins lying around and just choose to leave them there rather than picking them up to use or collect? So I'm sure all of y'all have done this at one point or another, and we're here to explain why this is a problem. Meg will begin by explaining the issue, but there is a solution. With this solution, though, comes several obstacles. Next, I will explain how the solution will be executed, followed by why it's important not only to the MICDS community, but the St. Louis community as well.
Coins are helpful when you're trying to pay for something in exact change, but typically they just get lost or get in the way. Anna and I are promoting that with all of our unused change that's usually found lodged between seat cushions or just thrown aside, we could really accumulate a lot of money to benefit others. We've taken the opportunity to send out an online survey to the entire MICDS community, including the upper school, middle school, and lower school students, along with the faculty and staff, and we've received 100 results that show the following. 61% of the MICDS community say that they collect their pocket change in a piggy bank. More than 50% of those people say that when they see change, they just leave it there rather than putting it to good use. 75% of our MICDS community say that they would be willing to help others by donating their extra pocket change. Our solution that we have come up with in order to put our unused change to good use is to designate a specific day when we would unite the entire community in order to throw all of our coins into a bin. We'd like to locate this bin outside the back of Olson because we think it'd be a great meeting place since it's in the center of campus. After all the students had thrown their coins into the bin, we would have accumulated enough money in order to donate it to a charity. Anna and I would come up with around 4 to 5 options of specific charities from different categories, and then we would allow the student body to vote on where they would like their money to be donated. We'd like to make this coin drive an annual event, and each year the student body would vote on a different donation spot. We are aware that creating an all-school fundraiser will also create obstacles, but we believe that there are ways to get around them. We know that putting this plan into action will cost money, but we think that the outcome will be worth the expenses. We would have to purchase a bin large enough to hold the accumulated pocket change from the entire MICDS community, along with all faculty and staff that would be willing to participate. We've come up with an option of making a wheelbarrow the official donation bin, because we think that it'd be easy enough to move in order to count and cash the change. It wouldn't be very costly, and we could use it annually. We are also aware that parents give a lot of money towards the school already with tuition, funds, and other fundraisers, but we would like to direct this fundraiser more towards the students than to the kids. We know that kids of all ages own coins, whether they collect them in a piggy bank or just throw them aside, and we think that any collected and donated change would be helpful. Even though the MICDS community is big, and it could be an issue to find a time where we could unite the entire student body, it's been accomplished in the past, such as with the turkey train, and we think that we could accomplish it again. We also have the newly created family systems integrating the entire student body, and we think that with some help, we can incorporate this coin drive into all of our schedules. We'd like to make this fundraiser something fun for the student body and not just another mandatory event. We are aware that kids are overwhelmed with all of the fundraising opportunities that MICDS has to offer, but we think that with the right promotion, we can make this coin drive successful and fun for the entire student body. Since there are already plenty of committees and activities that are available for kids to choose from, creating another committee will need the right promotion in order to attract students. Anna and I will be willing to make posters to hang around school to promote Coins for a Cause, and to also make speeches in chapel in order to get the entire student body excited and involved with Coins for a Cause.
Now, y'all are probably wondering how Meg and I plan to execute this idea. Our hope is that this event becomes an annual drive, and so we would start the process by creating a group of 8 to 10 students from all 4 grade levels in the high school. We would need to have all 4 grade levels in this group because when we leave, then we need to have other people that are aware of like the process and all the work that goes into planning this event. Ms. Truman, the 2012 class dean, has already agreed to sponsor the group, and Meg and I would be the co-heads for the 2011-2012 school year. Mr. DeLugash, the teacher coordinator of the MICDS Family Activities, has already shown interest in the idea, along with Ms. Moore, the Director of Community Service here at MICDS. Meg and I would work to make the coin drive a family activity similar to the decorating activity during Spirit Week, rather than a grade or advisory activity. And since we are encouraging students to participate more in giving coins rather than the parents, we would let the students pick the charity in which we would donate the money to each year. So one year we might be donating money to the Stroke Rescue of St. Louis, and the next year the money might be donated to the Haven of Grace in St. Louis. It just kind of depends where the student body picks. We would promote this event by sending reminder emails, placing signs around school, and writing coins for a cause on people's hands the day before the event is held as a reminder. As Mike stated, the wheelbarrow would be placed behind Olson, and there would be a specific schedule created for this day. We would want it to be organized and efficient so there's not a mass of people in the area surrounding the wheelbarrow. Fun music would be playing in the background, and the Coins for a Cause group would be handing out candy to those who participate. Collegiate School in Richmond, Virginia, a private K-12 school, has hosted a coin drive similar to the one Meg and I have designed for almost 40 years. This year they raised almost $9,000. They choose to place the money in a bank account, and then the interest made off the bank account is then used for a scholarship for a kid who needs the financial support to attend the school. But I bet you're also wondering why Meg and I think simple coin change can make a difference in a person's life. 25 cents can usually only buy you 10 Jolly Ranchers at the local drugstore, but 25 cents here, 25 cents there, and soon enough you have $1. $1 here, $1 there, and soon enough you have $10. $10 is definitely more than enough or can certainly buy you more than 10 Jolly Ranchers. Even small donations can help people and animals in need. As the MICDS Community Mission Statement states, Mary Institute and St. Louis Country Day School prepares young people for higher learning and for lives of purpose and service. It is part of the MICDS curriculum to grow as people. The school prepares us young people. Every student in this room is prepared for higher learning and for lives of purpose and change. The next sentence states, to that end, the School and Community Service Committee believes that students can and should serve towards the common good of the community. Therefore, students in the school are encouraged by the committee to make a difference because we can and should serve based on the preparation we have received. And the last sentence states, MICDS believes students who have given service to others at school, in the neighborhood, and in the city are better able to develop the skills that contribute to the common good. This is the belief that students who choose to use the preparation and knowledge provided from the institution to serve the community will be able to view life with a different perspective and develop these skills by making contributions to the surrounding community. Meg and I feel that we have been prepared. We want to use our knowledge and preparation to serve the community in this way. Thank you for your time. Any questions?
What time of the year do you think you do this?
Well, we haven't really decided when we would do it because we have to find a spot where there's not much community service because there's like the turkey train and all of the other community service, so we'd have to locate a spot that's kind of dry with community service and then place it there.
Yeah, when we talked to Mr. DeLugash, he said maybe we should plan it in a month where there isn't really a family activity or there's not much fundraising going on, so that to kind of like give everyone like a boost for community service.
Where are you going to calculate all the coins? Are you going to do it for yourself or go to a coin or a bank?
Collegiate School, the school that I mentioned, what they do is they collect all the coins and they have one of those like Brinks trucks, or one of them come get it and then they take it to a SunTrust bank and the SunTrust bank counts it. But I think that's mainly because they put their money in the bank account, which we wouldn't be doing. So I think that's one of the obstacles that we would have to work out is how we would get the coin change, like counted and then to the charity that we donated.
Any more questions?
Is there any student support for this outside of the two of you?
Well, we're going to work towards now finding students that would be willing to be in the committee, and we'll see from there, I guess.
Okay. Thank you very much.